And in this video, we didn't come from Mami no back a free SHS. Standing now in Ghana here no. It is on the verge of collapsing. Yebeka Huasem. Now face no. Ghana for an abe clash with the state attorney general Dr. Dominica Kurutenga Ayene on the issue of Ofori-Atta. Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. I Penyah block media. Mess was any demo. Over like a video, no other one, subscribe button, click verification, and connect latest update. Now, bachelor, why you and their mammy, comments, it's not so bad. Not your first any biashe. You know, some more internet, so you could see the Enrano. Oh, more president, his excellency the president, the first gentleman of the land. And now we are correct sport. Oh, and now we got also pa. And now they only call the guy's level. His excellency, your correct sport, your sport in my Ankasa or the change now your super. And you know, only the Ashanti regional minister, Dr. Frank Amakwahene. I said, no, Mashada. It's a sport on point, everything on point, correct on point. Now, me go to help mu sport now. And I say, I could have because Employer share his excellency. Maybe I share the Ashanti regional minister, you know. Almost 9 ASI 34. And I was wait a minute. 34, I say. 34, I say, oh, president. Only the Ashanti regional minister. Size 34 there, says Penyah. Eh, 34. I'm saying 34 I say better more can say Penyah don't want to say yes. Yes, size 34. Ay. I say oh. Tell me no the way correct sport. But it's more power size 34. Yes, size 34. Tell them move find side or sort of ever sport na correct. Now let's go to the main story. Abusia Enra and who say flyer be go viral. As a post now it is coming from Graphic Online. It depends block media as a media team. Who ya and yes my graphic designers no. Every brand you know flyer and MI inner image. And then the omo MI this particular flyer. I say the same flyer from Graphic Online. It depends media no. And you conjure this information. It came from Graphic Online. As a omo chiremu say according to Angel Kabonu, oye Nagrat president no. O change free SHS baby aduru ne de. Awofo no muntie ne yi. E wo se mo hye mutiri mu se now no. Mo ba betua feeding fee. Ana face no. Accommodation fee. Na se necessarily o mo hye dan kan se eguba. But woni me nyina de adanse ye se. Se wa ko school fees pen age receipt ahweso da. You go see say ade ama fees ne boy yedene ade ama general school fees ne boy yedene ne ma mienu pe accommodation fee ana feeding because accommodation no ho na electricity nyina wo mu bibia wo mu accommodation fee ana feeding particularly boka papa obeji fees no na eno nko a sika eno nko a edien enye sika kuma enti yenka say yetwa free SHS mu de but ye ka say ne awofo no metua accommodation any feeding fee na ne bo de ne eno na ye fees nyina fa pem no ye de no ma wofo na tua de na school fees de hin biem na aka na say indirectly no free SHS no ejapade ba ko a his excellency the president, the former president of the land and the former first gentleman of the land, his excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ejapade ba ko pa beja Ghana ma amefo awofo no free SHS no be aduru ndi esi ane de busua age agu anesa akwa akohwie agu ama we abaya asemsebe on the internet Ghana phone buta kwa say yo yate say no kwa na be ko but nwanwa cause we foresaw it no sabab duru hanumu a normal jawofo no fashion otirimu ti wonya tese esi betua fees ene say anye wa de foforo ti amane bo wotese ese oba be kase ma ya start betua fees a anye wa de foforo ya ka kire odada for 2 3 4 be 2 kotodwam for edehiada. Now let's go to Attorney General abusia only be say me ka kire Ofori-Atta ya che no e wo USA ama omo detain no by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Police, the ICE police. Amanbo nyina say he has overstayed his visa. Just said the visa although hodomo a permit man no he has overstayed. Date need number of months and the months on format no no abodo so I don't think on renew but on renew ye and announcement you go chain no what I say Emma me bro update on that. Now are there channel for be streams I when Ofori-Atta kra no oba Ghana oba ha or yes yedene ba any other emu ana the lawyers edin kan be clear eze omunyai ma ka ka dansem no the arrest of Ofori-Atta, it has nothing to do with Ghana government and the so-called any extradition there. It has no connection with OSP. It has no connection with the Ghana government. It has no connection with the Attorney General. It has nothing to do with extradition. ABM, and there was another follow-up message from the lawyers. Almost every children will say, Ofori-Atta aside USA visa, not our one, our 5 years active Canadian visa, and also our 5 years active UK visa. Etin fan show trim say oba Ghana na o maaye o ma Ghana di fa jo trim sa e just ya na say abaye da dwa on the internet let me be so ebe just say da bi o na arrest no kure MPA is it because Attorney General abo adwuma aye de neba Ghana and I said the etin am say ma Saturday no Attorney General ko pie mo on the news far na news far ho ko pie ya no mo no e dey busa no question Ofori-Atta na we any chiremo o de baaye.
Are you responsible for Ofori-Atta's predicaments in the U.S.? He's been in ICE detention for how many days now? It must be a very terrible situation for him.
Well, okay, so you know that even from day one, I didn't make this public, but I started investigating Ofori-Atta, all right? In fact, in his case, I'm doing it with... some foreign investigators that are tracking, all the offshore dealings and so on, all right? And then, of course, we are also doing our own investigations here. They are inconclusive as we speak. I mean, we have not, come to any conclusion. So
this is different from the SML?
It's different, totally different, and potentially mind-blowing, but I that I will not, give any details at this point in time. So I started working with the Americans in respect of Ofori-Atta long before OSP, came up with their announcement. Yeah, I started working with them, and I want Ghanaians to know that he just didn't overstay his visa. The visa was actually revoked. So it's not that Ofori-Atta, overstayed. So in July, the American government revoked, the State Department revoked his visa, all right? And they gave him up to November 29th of 2024 to leave the United States, okay? He did not. And then that is how come that they, decided they were going to, now pursue him, and arrest him. Actually, the arrest was supposed to occur on January 4th, and they did not do so, but on Tuesday, January 6th, they, apprehended him, in the Virginia area and took him into...
You're saying this is not exactly about immigration?
Yes, it's not exactly about immigration.
His visa his visa is not expired.
No, it was revoked. The visa was revoked. I am telling you this on authority. All right. The last meeting that I had with the American authorities was just 3 days ago.
His lawyers say here in Ghana say this is just a standard process.
No, it's not. It's not a. I mean, they want to give it that a twist, to make it look like there is nothing wrong. But of course, the extradition request that I sent was in respect of the OSP.
Yes, the SML matter.
Yes, but I have been working with the Americans diligently on him, and the visa was revoked, and that is how come that he lost his immigration status in the United States.
Explain to me, visa is revoked on account of you investigating him?
Something I wouldn't want to give any details because we speak with in confidence with the Americans, but this is something that I can publicly confirm that a visa was revoked.
So, in respect of his extradition, are your lawyers in America to assist the state as the Department of Justice? As we understand, there's supposed to be some 2 lawyers from your place, 2 lawyers from the OSP or so, to go and help the Americans who will prosecute the case in American courts.
Normally, we don't send our lawyers. We are represented because we make the request to the American authorities. So just like here, when they make a request, my office, mostly led by, my deputy, Justice Srimsai, goes to court, my lawyers go to court, and they represent the interests of the United States of America.
That's right.
And they do all the arguments, and then when, they persuade the judge grants the extradition request, and then, we extradite the person. It is going to be the same. So you see, when I said that Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta had hired top lawyers in America to argue his case for him, and that it's not going to be an easy battle trying to bring him home. People thought that I was going to the United States to face his lawyers there, and I was afraid. I'm not afraid. Paul Adomochuri did a show here where he said a Stanford lawyer, and you are afraid of lawyers in America. I'm not afraid of them.
He's not the only one who was unhappy.
No, but nobody ought to be unhappy because John Ashcroft, the former attorney, general of the United States of America, all right, called me and said he was the one representing, Ken Ofori-Atta in the matter. But his concerns, that the reason he called me was for me to assure him that when Ken is returned to Ghana, all right, he will get a fair trial. And I assured him of the fact that under this government, and in accordance with Article 19 of the Constitution, his right to a fair trial is guaranteed. No one is going to, Ken Ofori-Atta is not he's not the person that will come here and we're going to treat him very shabbily and so on and so forth. He will be accorded due process of law. His fair trial rights will be guaranteed and so on. So I talked with John Ashcroft, but at the time, I could not, including the lawyer, the lawyer who granted the interview.
That's right.
So there were three of them, three lawyers who spoke to me via, a Zoom on that day when they were expressing concerns. Okay. So at that point in time, it was confidential. I could not mention John Ashcroft as his lawyer, all right? But I was simply saying that when you take the fact that he has these top lawyers coming to court in America to defend him, it is not going to be a day's work to bring him home.
That's
because, he will appear before, in this current matter, he will appear before an immigration judge. All right. On January 20th, he's appearing before an immigration judge.
Right.
He has a right to appeal that decision to a district court.
Right.
From the district court, he can go to a circuit court of appeals.
Yeah.
Then from there to the United States, Supreme Court. That is potentially the legal pathway to, the determination as to whether or not he should be taken from America.
Right.
If he doesn't self-deport, this is what is going to happen. In the extradition case, again, a district court will hear the proceedings and make a determination as to whether to extradite him. If he is not happy about that, he can go to a circuit court of appeal and to the United States of America.
Right.
So I was just laying out, the legal pathway that lies ahead of us,
and which could drag.
And that is part of the process of probity and accountability.
But why do you get a sick man's visa revoked? And as I understand, it was revoked in June.
No, in July.
June or July?
July, I think.
Rather.
Yeah.
Okay.
July.
Well, he's sick. He's not well. That's what we are told. He needs to recuperate from treatment.
You
and so
recuperate only in America. You can recuperate here. There are people here with prostate cancer who are treating themselves.
For the revocation of the visa, together with the Ghana embassy in Washington DC, USA, a team up that a Jumano who revoke it. Extradition process, in fact, to credit report number. Going to America without, valid papers. It's never bought. And then I say, yeah, now cries to die. Tina and Bohoka, you be born abba. There's a gun, you bet our Hanamo. Now, where can of ratans and 7 hours, I'll be able to go Ghana Hanamo. And there be a question for Busan say, charge a bang, quite do Ben a double can Ofori-Atta because and near Master Benina alleged. There's not any substantial case ready before any court against Ken Ofori-Atta. A German for be busa Attorney General almost a children say, Attorney General believe say Ken Ofori-Atta why upon Libya. Are then unprosecuted in absentia because Ghana and Omrebia. Say we were manane crowd contribute a bow for Ghana because we kaya. Said the name Temakuru do or my secret Ghana got time on it. The former Attorney General or prosecute no now no anytime be a said nam Temakuru ebe tu nesi Ghana hanom no or ko jail term there's a jail term hanging in the air, awaiting her. At any time, you're able to see Ghana Hanum or Kodem. It's over that question. Say, Attorney General claims or will be against Ofori-Atta. Are they on prosecuting in absentia? None and cannot crop up. I'm at the extradition process. A very common.
You see,
He's right.
this whole public perception, public prosecution, is what is informing potentially, and I don't speak for Mr. Ofori-Atta, his decision to remain outside the jurisdiction. Because listen, a lot of talk has been made. Now here, my good friend, Prof, make the point that if you've held public office, you ought to be able to avail yourself an account. You ought to be able to avail yourself and answer questions. Samson, you and I are lawyers. What law compels an accused person to even cooperate with an investigator who is investigating him? What law? What rule requires Mr. Ofori-Atta? Are you going to please allow me to speak? What law requires him to even be present for anything? The burden in all of this rests with the Attorney General to prosecute and lead evidence to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that the man has a case to answer. If at that point he elects not to defend himself, the court can proceed to convict him. But we made it look as if to say he is under some obligation to be in Ghana to assist the investigators investigate him before they take him to court. How is that even plausible? We said all manner of things. Look, I'm for accountability. I've served in public office. A lot of accusations were leveled against me myself as a person. In fact, transactions that the government of Ghana was making that bore my name coincidentally. I was accused to be the owner of that transaction. I served as director for a company called TG Energy Solutions, which then subsequently went into a consortium with other people, won a transaction with the government of Ghana, and incorporated a company which has its own directors and secretary. My name was associated with it because I was in the public space. I'm here. But the fact that those accusations have been made, do they constitute offenses or guilt in themselves? Why are we doing this?
There's a bit of a difference, though. The state has not investigated and preferred charges. In this case, the state has investigated and preferred charges,
yes,
at least on the part of the
I don't have a problem.
And the Attorney General is saying that one is even,
Is he under any obligation to appear before the court? I want to know from you. Is Ken Ofori-Atta or any accused person for that matter under any obligation in law when he's charged to appear?
What do you prefer?
Certainly not.
What do you prefer?
It would be ideal. I don't have a problem. It would be ideal if he's minded. But if he feels that there's sufficient enough documentary evidence which exculpates him and that his presence to give evidence in his defense or not is immaterial, go ahead and prosecute the man.
Do you think that's what he's doing?
I don't know. Okay. Like I said, I'm not his lawyer. I don't speak for him. But I sit back and I observe the kind of public commentary, the kinds of things that people are saying, even people on this platform, essentially making it look as if to say, oh, well, you said in public office and you're supposed to account. Please, let's not do this to ourselves. Because it's important.
What is unfair about that? That you have said in public office, you are needed to account. Make yourself available.
Needed to account.
Make yourself available. Wait. Why do you want it to be elevated to charges in court before you show up?
Samson, needed to account for what? For what? Show me the law that says that when you serve in public office, when you finish, you have to account. No, please, let me make my point. With all seriousness. The Attorney General and the state investigative agencies have accused him of committing a crime. True or false?
True.
I've served in public office. Nobody has accused me of committing any crime. You've accused a man. You say he should come. To do what? If you have your proof, the law is clear. Go to court, establish a prima facie case, lead your evidence. If he is minded to come and cross-examine your witnesses, let him do so. If he's not minded to do it, go ahead with your case.
I've led.
When you get, please.
I've led a couple of.
But that's exactly what the law says.
I've led a couple of former government officials to law enforcement agencies, and by the time they are leaving the place, the law enforcement agency says, "I thought it's okay. As for you, go.
I agree.
Because of your cooperation and the evidences you have shown me.
I agree.
Go. There's no problem with you.
No problem.
Is that not how it is done?
I don't have a difficulty. But I'm saying, if he elects not to do that, what law has he breached? I've gone to the state investigative agencies as counsel.
Correct.
For members of the previous administration who have been accused.
You have said it here on this table.
Yes. If Mr. Ofori-Atta elects that, look, with all the public brouhaha that is going on, I do not want to subject myself to this process. If they think they have evidence against me, let them go ahead and obtain their conviction in court. What crime has he committed with that decision? So why would we vilify him?
An attorney general department that have turned into immigration informants for immigration officials in US. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. When I saw that they were flashing pictures of Ken Ofori-Atta videos, I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. These people are more childish than I thought they were. Very childish. Wicked and heartless people for that matter. Hey, it's very funny. Do you know what pains me among everything? These hypocrites who are nation wreckers talking about Ken Ofori-Atta. Anybody who is on the neck of Ken Ofori-Atta as we speak now is a nation wrecker, a hypocrite, a 419 person, a fake person, for that matter. You are fake. If you are not fake, how can an attorney general give nolli prosequi to their own party members and you never opened your mouth? You never saw anything wrong with it. All of a sudden, you think that Ken Ofori-Atta should answer? Answer for what? Answer for what? You see, you're a hypocrite. The reason why you are on the nerves of Ken Ofori-Atta is because you're a hypocrite. They've not told you. Let me just tell you, you're a hypocrite, a very big hypocrite. Hey! Well, who gave you the right to talk about Ken Ofori-Atta when you never opened your mouth to talk about nolli prosequi? The people they gave nolli prosequi to, were you in this country or you died, you just resurrected, and you are seeing it? You bunch of hypocrites.
The NDC certainly have deceived all of us already. Guys, Aura or Operation Recover or Loot at this point in time is a colossal failure. Take it from me. Guys, if you just joined the platform, this is certainly Fast on Facts. Here we'll discuss politics, trending news, and current affairs. The big story is that the learned Attorney General Dominic Akuritinga Ayene was on TV. And guys, the Deputy AG was on TV as well. It may seem as though they are on TV to do a damage control. Reassure Ghanaians that the fight against corruption or to recover all loot was nothing but a campaign promise. In fact, according to AG or the Learned Attorney General, these were bare allegations, bare-bone allegations with zero facts. Bro, the Deputy Attorney General was also on TV3 telling Ghanaians that, hey, those of you who have hope, you better have a reset, just as the NDC promised. There is nothing there to prove. In fact, the Learned Attorney General Dominic Ayene is of the view that it's not every allegation the oral report submitted that will end up in court. Certainly, most of it will end up in the press conference, and that's just it. At this point in time, I do not know what to believe. Just imagine a political campaign that saw the NDC win power. And indeed, this was nothing but a deception to the people of Ghana. At this point, I think the NDC should start apologizing. they should start apologizing, because the learned Attorney General Dominic Ayina himself is admitting that these were bare-bone allegations with nothing but just to convince Ghanaians that, oh, NPP administration were stealing, were looting, they were sharing our resources among themselves. And today, it has become apparent, it has become so evident that the learned Attorney General cannot prove that in court. That is why I always maintain the position that the Attorney General should stop the press conference. In fact, Attorney General is telling I and all of you who are saying he should stop the press briefing, because at this point he's just engaging in 24-hour press conference. He said he's not stopping it today and tomorrow. Certainly at this point in time, all these allegations will be discussed in the media or press briefing. These matters may not end up in court because the AG himself is admitting that these are bare bone allegations. Simplicity, we have been deceived. And the sooner you realize that these were just campaign promise and allegations, the better. In fact, the estimated amount of 21 billion was nothing but also a deception. Where is the chairman of Oral? Samuel Kujato Ablakwa was doing church in this country, convincing people we can recover this money, we can do this, look at your life. The AG is saying that he cannot promise that. Certainly, the deputy AG also said on TV3 that these are deceptions. In fact, he cannot assure us to get the 21 billion as it was told. And at this point in time, all of us must embrace ourselves. Certainly, Aura was just a campaign promise. At this point, gracias.
Let's say when in somewhere, Ghana for no, Ebusa as question, Omo Etuma, the State Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akuretenga Ayende. Ube to achire wa adwene ama me. Ewo comment section. Ayi Penyah Media.